Why do I get out the bed in the morning? Why do I choose to make my bed first before doing anything else? Why do I choose to drink water first thing in the morning? Why do I prefer to write in my journal and do my devotional before hopping on my phone? Why do I choose to worship, pray, and plan before starting my day? Listen, I do all of these things in the morning to start my day to make sure that I feel grounded. And I started implementing all of these things over seasons and times of me personally wanting to break procrastination, break multitasking, and get my life together, and build my spiritual maturity and my faith. But I will say, I don't go to the gym, okay? I don't eat avocado toast. I don't drink coffee or matcha to start my day. And I sure enough don't wake up at no 5 a.m. Simply put, those things are just not for me and my life or this season of my life. And it's okay if none of this is your life either. And honestly, something that I want you to reflect over is whose life am I living and who am I living for? Living in the days of social media, I feel like a fantasy of life is being portrayed within motherhood, wifehood, entrepreneurship, the corporate world, even ministry, right? And I feel like we have content for literal days, right? Perfect day in the lives of all of these different areas. But I think when you really sit back, social media is not actual reality, right? It's not full life. It's not real life. It's not the full story. Yes, businesses make six figures, but that same business experienced $0 months, or that same business that's experienced those highs also experienced those lows. Even for motherhood, even for wifehood, even for entrepreneurship, ministry, we talk about the highs, but it also comes with a whole lot of lows. We're not always super motivated. We're not always wealthy. We're not always feeling like going to the gym. We're not always wanting to be well balanced, right? Social media literally only portrays a segment of someone's life, right? It only portrays a part of someone's story. And so we can't think that, because someone is making six figures in their business, or because, it looks like last month they was broke, but this month, you know what I mean? They live in a whole dream life. And the reality is they've been working at this thing for years on years on years after hitting their toe, failing, stumbling, getting back up. You know what I'm saying? Which is again why I want to leave this very gentle reminder of whose life are you living and who are you living for? And friend, while I'm trying to film this video, guess who forgot to brush their teeth? This is real life. Real life is when you have to get ready in the bathroom so that you can film because you're babysitting your nephew and they're watching Spiders and Friends. So now you have to film in the bathroom so that you can make sure you're hearing me and not the movie. But anyways, we are all currently, right, setting our goals for the year. We are all creating vision boards and all of the things, right? And I really want to challenge you to review your overall blueprint for life. Like, again, whose life are you living and who are you living for? So go ahead, pause me here, and go get your vision board and your goals for this year, for 2024. All right, friends. So you got them? Now I want you to really think about if your vision board and your goals are in alignment with your overall blueprint for your life. Okay. I want you to think about if what you have on your vision board is what God is saying for your life, who is, of course, our blueprint designer. He's very much an architect, right? So I really want you to think and consider, is my vision board and my goals that I have set based upon an influencer that I've seen on TikTok, based upon someone that I follow on Instagram, based upon where somebody else is in their business venture or where somebody else is in their motherhood journey. I really want you to think about this, because sometimes we can design our lives based upon somebody else's blueprint and not our own. Like, I really want you to think about it. Is this according to the life that God has designed, or is this somebody else's life? Like, could God be saying to stop and focus on a fashion brand and you have your dream corporate job on there? Could he be saying to slow down and you have hustle and grind on there? And could he be saying to focus on certain areas in this season and your focus is everywhere? Listen, what I realize is, like, life is a lot like having a child. No matter how many books you read or TikTok influencers you watch, you have to have your own experiences because nobody's life is the same. And honestly, it requires hands-on learning. Like, when you really think about it, life was meant to be experienced. Motherhood was meant to be experienced. Entrepreneurship was meant to be experienced. You have to have your own experiences. And when you eliminate the amount of influences and voices that speak into your life, you begin to realize that you are also eliminating the pressures that come with it. Because honestly, the reality is some things are simply not applicable. They do not apply to your life. Listen, friends, all I know is I just don't want you to get caught up in all of the delusion, all of the noise of setting all these goals and action steps that are simply not applicable to where you are in this season. Above all, I know that God knows us best. Frustrated and overwhelmed and anxious and all of these things when you're trying to reach for something or obtain something that it's not the appropriate season, right? Like, it's not the appropriate season for it, yet you're trying to make something happen. You know what I mean? So when you really sit back and think, like, I'm setting goals based upon where I need to be right now at this age, in this season, in this year, and I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. So we're not in a rush. We're not burning ourselves out. We're not frustrated. We're not irritated. We're not overwhelmed, but we're right on time. So again, I ask and remind you, whose life are you living and who are you living for?